What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss LA. Thank you for joining me right now on our YouTube channel. I am a master barber, cosmetologist, barber educator, cosmetology educator, master educator, hair growth specialist, and also a hair loss specialist. So, you know what? We're going to get right into it. Today is about dropping knowledge. Today, I want to talk about how brushing your scalp can actually stimulate hair growth. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. So I don't know how many of you guys had those grandmothers or those moms back in the day. I remember I had a grandmother. Her hair literally, you guys, was like down to her butt. And I was like, oh my God, when I get my grandma's age, I want my hair to be that long. So most of you guys know me by having my mohawk, but my hair used to be really long and healthy. I used to wear those body wraps all the time, and my hair was always healthy. So what my grandma's trick was, I asked her, I said, what, grandma, like, what do you do? I want to have my hair like yours. She told me that the trick was brushing my scalp every night for about 100 strokes. I was like, 100 strokes? That's a lot. So, but I wanted to be like my grandma, you guys. So guess what? I end up going in there and brushing my hair 100 strokes every night, getting it in every night, brushing it. And mind you, at this time, I probably was, I'm gonna say junior high-ish grade, you know? So I think back then, and then, you know, when she passed away, I still kept doing that technique because I actually saw my hair getting longer and longer. The longest my hair ever got was down here to my boobs, but it was because I was consistently doing this every single day, right? Every single night before bed. That's when she told me to do it. So I want to talk a little bit about how brushing the scalp can actually stimulate hair growth. And before I do that, I want to show you guys a few brushes to brush your scalp with, okay? And then I'm gonna show you a few brushes not to brush your scalp with, okay? Because we're not trying to bruise the scalp. What we're trying to do is increase blood flow to the hair follicle, so we're not trying to scar anything. All right, so I got a few brushes. When I was doing it, this is when I learned about like the paddle brush. I didn't know what a paddle brush was. Please don't judge me on my brush. You know, it's been through some war wounds. But you guys understand what the paddle brush is, right? So it's got these little soft rubber ends on it. So you can use the paddle brush. I actually have a round brush that has those same rubber ends on it. This will be a good brush as well, okay? Because what you want to happen is when you're brushing that scalp, you want to make sure that it's stimulating the scalp. We don't want to use a whole lot of pressure, but we want to make sure that we're stimulating, you know, and moving that scalp around. Also, is the bristle brush. This is a good brush as well. This particular bristle brush I have is a soft brush. There are some that are made like this, but they are really hard. You don't want those that's really hard, right? I actually have that brush in a round brush as well. So this could be a good brush too. Bristle, really soft. I mean, you can kind of see it, you know, how it does my skin. You could probably hear it, but you don't want anything really hard that's gonna scar that scalp, okay? So those are probably 3 or 4 brushes I would recommend. We don't need anything other than that. I'm gonna tell you what you don't want to use. Like I have these brushes right here. And these are a little bit harder brushes. I don't know if y'all can see that. But this has like rubber ends on it too, but they're really hard bristles on there. Rubbery, you know, ends. We don't want to use those at all, okay? So we got it. So we're using paddle brushes. You can do a round brush with the rubber ends and paddle brush with the rubber ends, or you could do the bristle brush, really softer kind. Okay, so let's get into it. I know y'all probably wondering, like, how does brushing my scalp really work? So I don't know if y'all remember either, like back in the day too, so many women had beautiful, healthy hair. We didn't do too many extensions on women because women really took the time, and men, I'm gonna say men too, because we had clients every single week. I remember having women every week or every 2 weeks, and every week we were brushing that hair because most ladies wore like body wraps and things like that. So how can brushing my scalp actually increase, hair growth? So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. All right. So one of the ways it can do that, it increases blood circulation to the scalp. Okay. I don't know if you guys know that, but when it comes to hair growth has to start from within. Okay. It is not topical. Most of you guys want to put a bunch of oils on there. I do a shea butter, coconut butter. I'm doing all this coconut oil. That is not how we grow hair. I got rice water on top. I got, all the other stuff that you guys are spraying and packing on top of those hair follicles. Hair growth starts from within. We have to increase the blood circulation to the hair follicle. Okay. By doing that, it brings nutrients to the hair follicle, you guys. By bringing those nutrients to the hair follicles, it helps to promote that hair growth. Okay, so just imagine we brushing our hair, right now, a man or a woman. Okay, men, y'all can have healthy hair too. Y'all have those spots that's missing on the corners. I see a lot of guys there. We got men that's missing hair in the top. Now, am I saying that this is going to be a cure if you're completely bald and we don't see any hair follicles now, magically hair is going to happen? I'm not saying that. But if you do see some hairs there, now we can promote more hair growth a little bit faster. And there's really no excuses if your hair is low or if your hair is free from any weaves or anything like that. You can take this time and brush your hair every single day. Okay. The question is, how bad do you want it? All right. So another way that the brushing the scalp helps promote hair growth is the distribution of hair oils. Okay. Especially with African American hair and scalps, we have noticed that, our scalps are very dry. So we think in our minds, oh my God, I need to put all of this oil on it all the freaking time. Now, I'm not saying, like, we do have our own hair growth products, which I'll be showing you guys here in a second. But with our hair growth products, we always talk about moving the scalp around first. Okay, that has to be first. It can't be, let me be lazy and just put oil on my scalp. And most of y'all don't even put it on the scalp. Y'all actually put it on the hair. You put it in your hands and you just start rubbing it around and think that's what's gonna help. That's not it at all. So by brushing that scalp, not only does it increase the blood circulation to your hair follicle, giving the follicle nutrients that it needs and oxygen. Now with you brushing the scalp, it also is going to distribute those natural oils that our scalp naturally produces. You'll hear people call it sebum. That will naturally now be distributed through the hair, which actually helps to moisturize the hair, okay, and strengthen the hair. I bet you guys didn't know that, right? So because it's going to do those things, for our hair, this helps prevent breakage, you guys. I don't know, again, how many of you guys out there got that hard hair? It's brittle hair. I get hair like that all the time. The more you brush it and comb it, it's just falling out because it's just hard and brittle. And again, you think the cure is to put oil on that hair and it's going to fix it. That's not what's going to fix it. Brushing that scalp is going to help prevent, to strengthen that hair rather. And that natural oil on that scalp is going to help to moisturize it, you guys, strengthen it, and prevent breakage, which is what we want. Another thing brushing the scalp is going to do, which you guys should want to happen, okay, is just think about it. If I'm brushing my scalp, if I have any debris on there, if I have any extra oils on there, if I have any dirt or anything that's on that scalp, it's going to help to remove any of those things from my scalp, okay? The scalp also produces cells, dead cells, okay? And we need all that off of there. Because if we don't remove those things, you guys, from our scalp, it will clog the hair follicles. You don't know how many times that I do a hair and scalp analysis, and the first thing I show each person, and I haven't had one person yet that they have not seen this, those follicles are clogged. You know what it's clogged with? Oil. I put shea butter on there. I put coconut oil on there. And it's just all this pack of crap, okay? Because all it's doing is stacking, you guys. The more you packing it on there and not removing it from the scalp, that's all it's doing is stacking. Okay, we don't need it to stack. We need those products. I'm not saying anything's wrong with coconut oil. I'm not saying anything's wrong with tea tree oil. I'm not saying anything's wrong with any of those oils. However, it's not doing anything if the follicle is blocked. So by brushing the scalp every single day, and I know some of us lazy, so we're going to do baby steps, okay? In the end, I'm going to give us a challenge, what we need to do to get started with doing this, okay? But by doing that, it will help to unclog those hair follicles, which is what we need to happen, okay? Again, if y'all want healthy hair, you got to put in the work and do what you need to do to get that healthy hair, okay? So the last thing that it does is going to help to stimulate your hair follicles. Gentle massaging and brushing can stimulate the hair follicles, activating your follicles, activating dormant follicles. Okay, so let's talk about what dormant follicles are. Okay, dormant follicles are follicles that want to grow, but they can't grow. Okay, and they probably can't grow because we blocked it with products. We're wearing hairstyles too long, and we haven't shampooed the scalp. So it's hair underneath the skin. Okay, so underneath there, you got that hair that's like, I want to peek through. I want to peek through, but it's so much crap on top that I can't get through, right? So that's that hair follicle that's lying dormant. Okay, so how do we get that hair to come through? We have to be able to unblock the surface. Again, brushing the scalp. Again, you guys, just a recap, is gonna remove any debris if we have excess oil on it. And remember, our scalp produces its own oil. If there's any excess dryness, dead cells that's on there, it's going to help remove all of those things. And now also, remember, brushing the scalp promotes blood flow, healthy blood flow, and produces oxygen to the hair follicle, which will help this little hair that's dormant right underneath the skin surface right here. It's going to help it now. It's going to give it that protein and nutrients that it needs to help go ahead and break through. In our hair and scalp analysis here at the LA Experience Hair Clinic, we are able to see, because you guys sometimes can't see with the naked eye. With the hair and scalp analysis, it's able to give a magnified view of your scalp. So sometimes we have those little bitty hairs. That's those ones that's kind of dormant or it's kind of peeking through a little bit. We can see those for you guys and show you that you do have hair that can actually grow. So guess what else is needed in addition to brushing the scalp? Well, for brushing the scalp, let's just go there. For brushing the scalp, period. It takes you to be consistent. I can't want it more than you. We're a team. I can give you a plan, but you have to follow the plan once you get home. It's just like your doctor. If your doctor gives you a prescription and you don't take the medication the way that they prescribe it for you, you cannot be upset that your condition has not gotten better, right? So it's the same when it comes to the hair. Please listen to your professionals. We're professional for a reason. I've been in the industry for over 30 years. And every year I work hard, you guys. I work very hard to be a better version of myself than I was yesterday, last month, last year, and 30 years ago. So when I'm giving you a plan, I'm telling you this plan because I know it works. Okay? So here's my challenge for you guys, and here is the plan. Okay? First of all, seek out a person like myself. I'm located in the Plano, Texas area right now. Okay? But find a person like myself that's a hair specialist who believes in healthy hair. That weave is not your only option. Okay? I do weaves. Okay? If people want it and that's what you want and that's what you feel you need at the time, I can do it for you. However, I do show you how to grow your hair underneath those weaves and wigs. Okay? So find a person like myself in your area, or find me and come to where I'm located. And the first thing I would suggest is getting a hair and scalp analysis. I will let you know there's not many people out there who offer hair and scalp analysis. So definitely come to the LA Experience Hair Clinic and I'll be able to do a scalp analysis for you. That will be our first step. Let's take a look at the scalp. Let's see what its condition is. And then I will give you a plan that's based on your scalp. But right now, I want to talk about a plan that I want you guys to do right now. This is your challenge for the week. Okay, I know today, maybe the last day of the week. And if so, start fresh on Monday. I don't know. So this is my challenge, okay? Every day is the ultimate goal, but we're going to start with 3 days a week. We're going to start with baby steps, Sometimes you got to start with baby steps. So 3 days a week, I want you to take one of these brushes, okay? I don't care which one you want to use. We're going to use bristle, paddle with the rubber tips, or a round brush with the rubber tips. We're going to use one of these brushes, and if you have this one works as well too, okay? So I'm going to kind of bring those in just a little bit closer so you can see. Any of these brushes will work, but your challenge is, especially if you are free from extensions, my goal for you right now is to brush that scalp. I know 100 strokes sound like a lot. Let's start with 50 strokes. We're going to do baby steps, 3 days a week. The ultimate goal is every day a week, 100 strokes a day. I'm telling you, within that first month, you're going to see a major, major difference. Also, find a person like myself who is a hair specialist. Not only do we manipulate the scalp and move it around, but we also do red light therapy treatment to the scalp, which helps to promote growth as well. Okay, so in our bio, you'll see our links. You'll be able to find us where we're located and book an appointment right now. Book a consultation right now. But I hope today I've dropped some knowledge on you guys, taking you back old school to my grandma's time and my mom's time. So I don't want to leave my mom out. So for you guys who used to have parents too, I didn't say this in the beginning, but for you had parents every day who took their time and combed your hair every day, they're actually brushing the scalp too. I wore ponytails when I was little, like most of us probably did, right? So my mom had 4 girls, 4. And every morning she woke up early to make sure every day we had fresh hairstyles. She didn't give us no, what's the things people wear today, bonnets. She didn't put no bonnet on our head and, silk pillowcase and all this stuff. We were kids, so she let us go to sleep. And in the morning, she took that brush and brushed our hair. Believe it or not, that was part of my 100 strokes, believe it or not, that was happening for the day. So if I did 100 strokes at night after that, I'm actually doing more than 100 strokes. So that scalp was constantly being stimulated every single day. So shout out to my mom. Love you so much. Shout out to my grandma. Love her so much. And I appreciate you guys for checking me out. Again, I'm Miss LA, dropping knowledge how brushing your scalp can help promote hair growth. See you next time.